Hi, my name is Alain Dufour. I created the World Design Summit 9 years ago, and I'm a design activist. I believe design can change the world, and I believe designers, architects, landscape architects, and urban planners have a vital role to play in changing this world positively, to create a world that will be socially acceptable, economically viable, culturally diverse, and environmentally sustainable. And I believe we can change the world together. I work at the United Nations in Liberia, Central African Republic, and Bosnia. And when I left the United Nations, I was looking for a new challenge, a new way to change the world. And I've discovered architecture and design. And I just said, wow, those guys are really changing the world, and we should help them. We should give them a voice. And so I created that platform, multidisciplinary platform with all the different domain of architecture. And now they're all meeting together in Montreal, and it's great because previously I've met with Dr. Richard Farson. He's an American psychologist, and he wrote that book, The Power of Design, A Force of Transforming Everything. And in that book, he's explaining that if designers do wrong, the society may be wrong. And if they create neighborhoods that are not well designed, it can bring violence, it can bring other problems. And if the interiors are not well designed, some people may be more depressed, or if it's well designed, they may be more happy. So he's saying that it should be considered, design, architecture, and urban planning should be considered as a public service. I don't know if it's what we want, but for sure we're discussing all this here. This is a first gathering of all the designers, architects, and urban planners that want to change the world. And I've traveled in 40 countries to convince them to come here for this first meeting. And everybody's here now, and I'm really happy, and I think we can find solutions, and I think they're real game changers. When I started to work with the Design Association, my biggest surprise was the fact that they don't have a global plan, they don't talk to each other, and they don't talk to the international system. My background is legal international law, and I work with the United Nations. And the United Nations, they have a lot of problems to solve. They have to keep peace around the planet. And on one side, you have those organizations that have to solve all the problems of the planet, and on the other side, you have the designers, architects, landscape architects who have solutions. And so my first reaction was like, why don't they talk together? Because they have something to do together. And so I started to work to bring the design associations together, and now we're working on a global agenda, a global plan, and this is what we're doing with this World Design Summit. I think the United Nations, it's not perfect, but it's the only place where all the people are coming together to talk about peace, and I think it will be irresponsible not to bring the designers at that table because they have solutions, and the humanity deserve to have better solutions for their problems. We need to go further. 9 years ago, when I started that project, I said to everyone, there's a new market, because designers are seen as people that just want to sell new products or things that cost a lot. And I said, no, there's going to be a new market, because those enterprises will follow the trends. And the trend is no one wants to pollute the planet, no one wants to do bad product, and there's going to be a change. And that change is happening at the moment. We have carpet companies that have zero emissions, and they not just have zero emission, they recycle the carpets of their competitors. We have buildings that have zero emissions as well, more certifications, more edicts, and it is happening. There's a new market. There's a market for companies that do good and that do good design. Where are we going now? I'm involved in the design field for 17 years. I met thousands of designers, I saw thousands of projects, and I had the chance to visit almost all the major international design events. And I can say now there is an international design community. And this international design community is meeting here. It is the first rendezvous. But we have a responsibility to continue, because you can't say we're going to change the world and we are the game changers and stopping after the first meeting. We have to continue to change the world. We are responsible of doing it. And I'm calling all the international design community to continue to work with me and to follow me to the next events. My name is Alain Dufour, and I'm a design activist.